Alright, let's do this again. Why? Well, I'm not going to do a hat and sunglasses intro because I already did that like a second ago. And I just got done doing one intro on this knife and why. And my camera went beep beep. And I look at the screen, it says powering off. And I didn't hit record. So let's try to do it again. Captain Electro, he was looking, motherfucking mosquito, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna kill you. He was looking at the Dirac, and I was like, you know, I try to do things unique, and so I says, I got to looking at that too, and I wasn't sure, you know, if I like it or not, so I picked up a clone. I would have liked to pick up a clone the same size as the Dirac, because the Dirac is smaller. This is the Dirac Delta something or other. Dirac Delta. It's a little bit larger. Kind of like the Trudon and an Ultratech. Yeah. So, or an Ultratech and an Ultratech 85. And an Ultratech 85 and a UTX 75. Kind of like that. So anyhow, so I says, well, I want something a little bit different, so I picked up this Dirac Delta. Because I kind of liked the way the clone was, even though the clone's kind of fucking heavy. So they gave me my typical paperwork. This time they put it in a little sleeve, which is different. Out the front product manual. Okay. And looking at it, I'm like, well, this thing is pretty good size. Caution, sharp edge. Inspected by, I don't know, PECS. And then on second thought, I'm like, this thing is pretty. A lot prettier if I adjust the camera. There we go. Prettier. This is the bronze. It's not the signature series, but it's a bronze. It's very light. Which is amazing, because compared to the size of that other one, but we'll get into that later. This is 4.55 ounces, 4.5 ounces for this thing. A Combat Trudon is 5.7 ounces. This thing feels much better. The button is much better. The button is silky smooth in your typical Microtech fashion. This one was born September of 2022. It's just a baby. Got the proprietary screws. Nice jimping. Other than that, it's smooth. It's not at all aggressive, but it has a lot of texture to it. Very nice. Got your glass breaker. Very nicely done. Look at there. That's that bronze apocalyptic. It says Dirac Delta double-edged. Very sweet. Very sweet. I think, you know what? Here's what I think. I think if you're a Combat Trudon fan, which comes in at 9.5 ounces, a little bit stouter. See? But if you're a Combat Trudon fan like I am, there is no doubt you're going to be a fan of the Delta Dirac. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. I mean, it's feather weight. It's feather. I mean, it's just, if this was about when John Wick came into play, yeah, no doubt he'd be having one of these too. This thing is sweet. Not too stiff, easy to open, of course, harder to close. Yep. Come on, it's getting my thumb now. That's okay. But in the Combat Trudon is a featherweight too. Come on. Wore my ass out. I mean, both are classic. But what I'm saying is if you want something to carry that, it's, I don't know if you'd say that it's overly scary. It might be, yeah. Is it as scary as the Combat Trudon? Well, no, I think the Combat Trudon's a little bit scarier, depending on the color configuration you got. Both of these blades are about the same. The handle's about the same. One's a little bit thicker, of course. The Trudon's a little bit thicker. Huh. Beautiful blade. I don't... And you'll see why in a minute. I just the regular Delta, I mean, I'm sure, no doubt, it's a sweet one. Or the Dirac, I'm sorry. I'm sure it's a sweet one. I'm positive, but I don't know. But what I don't know today, I forget tomorrow. So anyway, I mean, what to say about it? It's just... It's got nice lines, nice taper. It's sexy. It's almost like a sexy version of a Trudon. It's just it's like Italian cheese. I don't know what's up with these mosquitoes, man. I mean, I've sprayed and they're acting like that's just fucking. They're acting like that's just, food call or something. Or come to dinner, appetizer. Jeez. Anyway, I didn't write down any specs on it. You can take a look. But I'm basically, this thing is sweet. I mean, it's not as heavy. And this is not heavy either. 5.7 ounces. It's not heavy. Trust me. I'll tell you one thing about my... Boy, listen to that noise. That is beautiful. As Nick Shabazz would say, that's a beautiful thing. Here's my Ultratech. Here's a UTX 70, UTX 85. Sorry. Trudon. Smaller Trudon. I would say that perhaps, which I'm not sure because I haven't looked at the specs, but I would say that if you got just a regular Dirac, whatever, it would probably maybe be the same size as this Trudon, which is sweet. It is sweet. I kind of like this handle. I didn't think that I would. I didn't. Little itty bitty Trudon. But I tell you, people, I don't know what's up with these mosquitoes, man. I mean, they're like eating my ass alive, little fuckers. I know, I'm bitching about mosquitoes. Here's a Trudon and Hellhound. And a wee little UTX $275. Yeah, poor baby. All alone, neglected. But anyway, it's not a bad price. It was like $400. You know, which, yes, that's a lot of fucking money. Trust me, I know. But it wasn't a bad price. I mean, with a lot of knife manufacturers now, you know, asking an arm and a leg, I'm like, you know, I mean, thousands of dollars or $800. You know, I'm like, you know, here's a good quality. You little fuckers, man. I mean, you cannot believe these mosquitoes, man. They don't give a fuck about sportsman repel. Anyway, so where was I? I can't remember. I really can't. But I'm happy. I'm more than happy with the purchase. Here's some sharpness. Very nicely done. Let's fold the paper over. Very nice. Very nicely done. I mean, it's just, I'm ecstatic. I'm very pleased with that purchase. I gotta go. I got one more video to do, and I'm not gonna reset. I'm just gonna start again, and you know, it'll be part 2. I got something I want to address. I'll be right back. Thanks for joining me. It's always a fucking pleasure. We'll see you.